Welcome to today's presentation on how to implement business etiquette in today's business world. Today we will be discussing what is business etiquette, the best practice guidelines for business etiquette, how to implement business etiquette into your daily practices by holding a business conference and holding department training sessions. Business etiquette is a concept that can take on a different meaning within a specific organization, but the general meaning of the concept is the same across different types of business. Etiquette refers to expected behaviors and general expectations for conducting individual actions within society or a social class. Business etiquette refers to the same general concept, but with an emphasis on how these expectations within the business world. Generally speaking, on treating coworkers and your employer with respect that creates a professional environment within which to work. Business etiquette is translated differently across countries as well because the social norms and expectations change. This presents an interesting challenge for global companies because they have to prepare their employees on how to conduct themselves in an acceptable manner when working within different countries. So in order for it to be effective in your company, you will need to mold the definition to your individual business. Business etiquette will help to increase production and performance, as well as helping to develop a positive public perception. In order to effectively use business etiquette to increase production and performance, you must first understand the best practice guidelines. These guidelines include having an understanding of the client, employer, and coworker allows the individual to have insight into how the particular person will react to a particular situation. Learning to communicate with individual personalities is essential when following correct business etiquette practices because it allows the individual to ensure that they are able to achieve their desired result. When having a conversation or business meeting, make sure to safeguard your comments or questions based on the flow of the conversation. Some conversations may not allow or positively accept commentary, and being aware of such a conversation will allow you to ensure you are held in a positive regard. Dressing in a manner appropriate for the job is also essential because it shows care and respect for your job duties as well as your employer and coworkers. This includes acceptable hygiene, clothing, jewelry, and makeup based on the particular occasion. First impressions are the most important aspect in business etiquette because they will define how you are perceived later in time. Be sure they are strong and appropriately reflect yourself and abilities. Now that we have set the best practice guidelines for business etiquette, we must now look at how to implement it into our daily business practices. This is the step in the process that stumps many businesses because they do not know how to effectively implement business etiquette within their organization. The way I have envisioned successful implementation of business etiquette is to first hold a business conference that requires attendance from everybody within the company. This conference should introduce the concept of business etiquette and what your particular company views on how it applies to them. Be sure to state and set your company expectations to ensure your employees will know what they will gain from the concept and what your organization expects them to do with this information. Provide a brief overview of the best practice guidelines pertaining to business etiquette. Mold these to fit your company as a whole. Specific guidelines will be delivered later at department training sessions. Spend adequate time outlining the department training sessions and time frame in which they will occur. Be sure to create hype and buzz about these training sessions and display how excited you are about what they will gain from these sessions. The second piece to implementation of business etiquette is to develop and hold 2 department-specific training sessions. These sessions will focus on the department standards that are derived from the company expectations. The first session should detail the best practice guidelines that are specific to their department. This session should also include how to implement these guidelines into their daily operations. The second session should be a follow-up session where the department reviews the information and then they ask for feedback on the session as well as examples from the employees as to how they were able to implement business etiquette into their operations. During the first session, you should bring in a specialist on the concept of business etiquette so that you can demonstrate how serious the company is about the topic and to show your interest in the department's time spent away from their regular work duties. Be sure to promote the interaction of the department. When the department members are interactive, they will then have a better understanding of the concept and will feel a sense of personal responsibility to the topic implementation. The information you present to the members of the department needs to be relative to their job and daily duties so that they know how to effectively implement business etiquette into their daily operations. In total, we have discussed many topics centered around on what business etiquette is, what the best practice guidelines for business etiquette are, and how to successfully implement business etiquette into your daily practices by holding a business conference and department training sessions. Thank you for attending today's presentation, and I hope you gained valuable information and ideas on how to implement business etiquette into your daily operations. If you have any further questions or would like more information, please ask them now or look for me afterwards, and I would be glad to provide you with more specific detail.